Sunday morning. And I have driven into downtown Denver to go to a 50% off day at a really nice estate sale. The home is in a fantastic neighborhood here in Denver. I'm not seeing a lot of people waiting in line. It's going to open in about 15 minutes. So it's very possible the prices were super high, but 50% off. We're just going to see what might be good to pick up for the Etsy shop. I'm not planning on buying anything for myself, but you know how that goes. Okay, so you can already see it's a gorgeous, gorgeous home. A lot of pretty things. This Imari style bowl is $8.25, so half off of that. Really beautiful, huge size. The Moroccan table underneath looks like it is about $525. Okay, I'm getting very distracted. I wanted to go up to the closet because they had some hats. Oh, look at the ship. Oh my gosh. Look at this. What does that say? 135? Yeah, 135. So half off that? How fun. A lot of great kitty cats. Do we need to grab a cat before we head upstairs? Let's see. $10. It's a pretty one. Maybe we'll grab a kitty or two. Look at this one. Okay. We're gonna see if we can find the closet. The closet. Ooh, bookcase. Of course, I'm gonna stop and look for any beautiful antique leather books. This one has a leather spine, but that's not doing it for me. For the books? Oh, $1?
Well, it was $2 yesterday, but today it's half off.
Right. Oh. Okay. So this is marked 34. Okay, there's this Bible in horrible condition, but it's not marked. So if it's $1, we're gonna get it. I got distracted again. I saw the jewelry room, so I have not found the closet yet, but now we're looking at jewelry. This is a yes. Let's see. This is a yes. What else we got? Good stuff, good stuff. Hello, I need a bag. Let's see this guy. Kind of artisan style. Yes. Ooh, ooh, deco. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, we are gonna be getting several things. Ooh, there's a lot of things in here, you guys. I'll let you know if we pick anything up. They do have a really nice collection of the Harmony Kingdom. Those cute little boxes. All of these do open. They are resin, but really whimsical. Maybe I'll take a closer look at them. Ooh, I do like lemons. Check out the bags. Look at a little 70s needlepoint number. That's a good one.
Yes, 37.50, something like that.
Let's see. So this is $5, so half off 5. I think that's a really fun pickup. We'll grab that guy. Ooh, parasols. Parasols. Let's see. What is there? I can't tell. Let's look. $5 again? I think this one is going to be a winner. So not the closet with the hats. We've got the toy room. Oh, I do really like these little 1940s, 1950s little pillows. Look at this one. What's their price on these? Let's see. How much are these? $5.
Thank you.
Oh, might pick up a few of these. Well, the little child set here is very cute. Got the worn paint on the little chair. Let's see, behind Raggedy Ann, it says 60. So now the little furniture set is half off, $30 to take that home today. If you're a Raggedy Ann fan, she has a lot of nice fading, $10. But her face is unfortunately kind of stained in a not pretty way. Okay, oh, over here on this hall closet, there's more of the Harmony Kingdom, bigger ones, more florals. Look at the gorgeous quarter sawn oak back of this bench, $145, so half off of that guy. It's getting crowded. So I never found the hats. Maybe they are downstairs. We're gonna go back down. Right, we are entering the adorable kitchen. Look at the stove, you guys. This is fantastic. It is a Magic Chef. Wow, look at this baby. That is gorgeous. Ooh, this is a beautiful impressionist style painting. More modern, but great color. 85, so half off 85. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, I love the fact that the kitchen is still original. Now, I don't know a lot about rolling pins, but I do know the ones that are carved out of solid wood are the most desirable. I'm gonna guess this is a maple, $8, so this would be $4. Good. Do I need it? No. But I do think this is great. All right. Now, we are going to see if we can make our way down to the basement. Oh, I'm getting distracted. What's in the case? Hold on, hold on. We're gonna look at the very interesting glassware. 6 of these, half off 30 would be $15 for 6 of these. Do you see all of these little hand-blown flowers? All right, guys, so I just looked them up, and there's actually quite a lot online, so I feel like I don't need to compete with other listings. Try to stick with the more unique, whimsical, and a little more unbreakable. Oh gosh, okay. Hold on, I need to put my hand on the rail for this one. These are steep. I don't know if it's coming off as steep as they are, but it's steep. Oh, we made it. We made it. All right. Oh, maybe this is where the hats are, down here. Hello, good morning. Here we go. I found the hats, finally. All right. So, I am planning a road trip out west in May. So, I'm gonna try on some of these hats. All right, so we have snuck out to the backyard. Let's see what sort of treasures they have out here. Cast iron, some old pottery. Let's look over here under the tent. I see some smaller pieces of pottery. That might be interesting. There's a lot, actually. So, what do I look at first? I like wall pockets. Those are pretty. So that one would be $10. This pretty kind of light green color. It's a pretty one. And there's this guy. Let's see. 45. Looks like they originally paid 70. Fox Pass Pottery is where this originally came from. See this little bud vase. This one would now be only $5. That's very pretty. That's a cutie pie. Hey, you guys. So I have been wildly seduced by this Asian planter stand. It's $85, so half off. And I can't say no to this one. It's just small enough that I could squeeze it in somewhere. And that's what I do. I talk myself into things like this. More bowls. Those are gorgeous. Look at that. Beauties. A set of 3. Okay, another quarter sawn oak piece, $145, so half off that. It is a really nice, more petite hall mirror with some really great brass hooks. That's a really nice entryway piece. Just in case you guys are curious, half off $345 on the little marble topped, more, I'm gonna say arts and crafts style. So I'm up here at the cashier, almost ready to pay, and they have a beautiful floor lamp. It is $375. Look at this gorgeous iron with trailing roses. Even the lampshade is gorgeous. Oh, that finial, the finial alone on this one. And it's got amethyst chandelier crystals. Oh, we love it. Okay, so the damage is $182.75, guys. Now we'll break it down at home. Okay, you guys, I know it probably looks like I'm naked. I'm wearing a tank top, but I am sweating. I got so hot in there. Hold on. Navigating these one-way streets downtown. Oh my gosh. I got so much stuff, you guys. And it was a pretty chunky total, but I cannot wait to show you what I got. Cannot wait. Look at these beautiful homes. Ooh, I really love that one. I love them all, really. Boy, I had fun. All right, now we need to go home and look at all the goodies. Well, I'm back home. And let me preface with the fact that we are on the living room floor because the haul is going to be big. I have a lot of stuff, not just from today's 50% off adventure, but on Thursday, I went to an estate sale and I got some great things, but unfortunately, right as I'm walking through the door, she asked me to not film in the home. I will be over here. Do you mind? Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, that was a false start. It's not too often that I go into an estate sale house and they ask me to turn off my camera, but that is indeed what happened, which is a real bummer because I got great things, but we'll start with that house. And I spent $80, some really great items. I'm gonna start with the best pickup. This house had a collection of salt and pepper shakers, and in the photos, I did spot these little guys. So these are what I went to first. All the salt and peppers were a flat price of $15, which is a little high, but most of you would agree that vintage Halloween is so collectible. $15 for these little devils was fantastic. Even with this damage, one of the salt and pepper shakers has kind of a little chunk of the plaster or the chalkware that has been nicked off of there. Another special little get in that home was this tiny Bible. It is leather, has a great design embossed on it. It has wear, but I don't think she charged me more than $5 for this little Bible, and that's a great price. So as far as the date on this one, we're gonna look at it together because I didn't have my glasses, of course, at the sale. New York American Bible Society. It looks like this one is from 1863. So what a great little find. Wow, yeah. This is another one that I can put in my Etsy shop. I mean, there is a lot of wear on the binding, but that's to be expected. I mean, a lot of these Bibles were carried around, used, they were looked at, read daily. So they do usually incur a lot of wear and damage. There were actually a lot of great religious items in this home. I also picked up this beautiful profile of Jesus with the Sacred Heart. It's celluloid, I believe. This is the kind of thing that you could have framed, or it could have been adorning maybe a book or something like that. But I'm thinking this was probably part of some sort of wall hanging. But the molding on this is beautiful. I really do love the way he is illustrated, and then of course the way the paint has worn, very soft. Really, really nice. So I got that. Then the other religious piece I got is for me. It's very large. I'm going to save that last because I have my pile from this house right here next to me. I'm going to go to, I got another Victorian tablecloth, you guys. Now this one is bright and it's a square shape. So this is tie-dyed, crushed crinkly velvet with the beautiful silk tassel fringe. Let's see if I can back up so you can see. There we go. Just excellent condition. I think this one was not out in the sun very much. I mean, I do see a ring of where something was placed in the center. There is a little ring mark, probably with a vase in the center. But my goodness, are the colors just as vivid as the day it was dyed. Okay, the next item I want to show you is I did get a little planter, really pretty jade green color, probably from the 1940s. It is a little McCoy right there. And it was just good. I'm pretty sure she charged me $5. And then I got some jewelry, some great jewelry. Let's start with the rosary. I did get one rosary, and this one is really special. I loved the cross on this one. Now the beads, I think, are maybe possibly seeds. They're very natural looking. I'm thinking they're seeds. I'm not sure what else they would be. They're very lightweight, but it's so appropriate because of the cross. The details on the cross is like a tree. I have never picked up a cross that had that sort of natural tree branch sort of molding on it. I just thought that was so special. So I grabbed this for probably about $5. I think all the jewelry ended up just being $5. Okay. I got a sterling silver cuff with abalone and mother of pearl inlay in a beautiful diamond pattern. It is marked on the inside, so that was a great little get for $5. And then look at this little pin. It's not signed, but it has that very matte gold finish. Just a big cat head. Great little brooch. I got a single shoe clip. Would I have loved to have a pair? Yes. But this is beautiful. No stones are missing. I have seen people repurpose single shoe clips, both as necklaces and as bracelets. And I've always wanted one, so this might be the perfect candidate to give it a try one of these days, because I have a lot of DIY projects that I would like to get done. Some of them, I'm sure, feel extremely abandoned in the basement, saying, Heather, when are you going to tend to me? And then the last piece in the jewelry section is something that I already have, but I loved it. I found this at one of the sales that had the Victorian items from a vendor that I really, really liked. And I think this is beautiful. It's a buckle. I'm sure a lot of you are going to recognize it. But when I saw it again, I thought, well, fantastic. Now I can offer it in my Etsy shop. I really love this piece. I think the design is gorgeous. I think the actual casting is really well done. I do think this would look great in a frame, or maybe trying to hang it somehow. It is a little bit heavy, so hanging it would be a task, I think. But gosh, so excited that now I can offer this up to you guys. Now for the last piece from that house. Now, remember what I said. I'm keeping this for myself. Hold on. All right. And yes, if you all are looking at this going, Heather, that's amazing, you would be correct. This is an old antique print poster, if you will, and it's in a tramp art frame. Can you believe this? It's amazing. And look at the back. I mean, you can tell how old this is just by the way it was put together on the back. So as you can see, the $80 at that house was very well spent when you look at all of the items together. Definitely the best house, price-wise at least. All right, so on that same day, because I couldn't film, I felt really bad about not getting footage. So I did go to another estate sale and I filmed there. I'm not even sure how much of it I will share. Maybe I will. But I got a few things. I spent $15. Okay, so I got a bunch of candles and I also got some new in package, vintage thank you cards, and then these awesome tally cards. So I'm gonna count the candles and cards as $5. And then I got a trophy. So we'll count this as $5. It's a really nice size. I did like this one because it is a sorority trophy, and I had just picked up one of these and sold it at a live sale. And this one is also from the 50s, 1957, and it says Esquire Girl. Awesome copper color. I mean, it's in a fantastic shape. So, last thing for $5. Look at this. This is the kind of thing that you cannot leave behind. Somebody lovingly made this adorable, very pixie, elfish Santa Claus. Look at him from the back. He's just a big ball with legs. And this adorable little hat. I mean, come on, so cute. I do think his hat needs a little bell, so I might add a bell, but such a fun shelf sitter. You are so cute, Santa Claus. And he says, yes, I know I'm cute. So that was everything I got at the second house. They had a really fancy dining room with a gorgeous cut crystal pedestal punch bowl that had my name all over it. But it was about 120, 130, I don't know. It was somewhere in there. And at the time, I wasn't feeling as spendy. Fast forward to 2 days later to Sunday and today, and I spent almost $200. But I got great things. So let's look at the haul from today. All the goodies in that beautiful house. Really, really nice. I loved the vintage kitchen at that home. But let's dig into the goods. I don't really remember the order of how I found them. I'm gonna start with the little Siamese cats. Well, actually, they're not too little. They're both a pretty nice size. And so with the 50% off, these were $5 each. So I thought this one was a beautiful pickup. It is marked Japan. It has a beautiful satin finish. Lovely. And then this one is more of a gloss finish. Look at the tail on this one. That's some nice ceramics right there. So for $5 for each cat, I think that was a great purchase price, and I will list them on Etsy if you are a kitty lover, especially Siamese fan. I got 2 of these little pink sets of the crocheted hearts. I think these are really pretty for Valentine's Day. Really nice. And the pair of them were tagged 5, so I got each pair for $2.50. So I love these. You can hang these all year round or save them for Valentine's Day. But very sweet, shabby chic, handmade heart pin cushions. Had to grab those. I also grabbed a 1960s bag. This is an awesome little tapestry sack style purse. It just has a simple flap. I would say that this is homemade. So my camera turned off for some reason. I'm not sure why. I decided to take the opportunity to get a macadamia nut snack. But I believe I left off showing this bag. I hope I got all the footage. This might be 1970s. I know I said 1960s, but this, with the colors, this definitely still could be 1970s, somewhere in there. But really fun. And it was $5. So $2.50. I felt like I had to put it in my bag. Okay, for the soft goods, I'm going to jump to the hat. There were clothes in the basement. I figured it was going to be upstairs, but no. A lot of their clothes, hats, and belts were in the basement. So I did pick up this awesome brown felt hat. It's a Liz Claiborne, but very Ralph Lauren in style. Shall we model? I'm not sure if I got this on video. So I did see a few kind of wide brimmed cowboy style hats in the photos, and I wanted to go down there because I am planning a road trip to California, and I'm thinking I might drive through Santa Fe, Albuquerque, Arizona. I still haven't decided. I might decide to go the quick way and just go through Utah and Nevada. We'll have to see. But I wanted a few hats, and I only ended up picking one. This was the only one that I liked. I think it's very Ralph Lauren. It is a little big, so in wind, will it fly off? Probably. But I thought it looked great anyway, so I did grab this guy. Getting back to the basement closet area, there were some great belts, and I did pick one up. You guys, when I saw this sequined belt, I thought it would look great with the little cropped jacket I got several months ago. We might have to style it all together just for funsies later if I have time. We will do a little fashion experiment at the end of the video. But I had to get it. It was, what's the price? It was $5, so $2.50 for this. Such a good belt, so good. And then I did look through all the clothing, and I thought none of it was for me until I saw some desert camo pants and jacket, $12, which means I paid $6 for both pieces. And you guys, I already tried on the pants. They do fit. They're a little loose in the leg, but the waist is perfect. And the length is exactly how I like it, nice and long. So, $3 for a pair of pants, and then $3 for a bonus jacket? Huh. Let's move on to outside. I found that wonderful little pottery table. I did pick this up to list on Etsy. I thought it was a great price, so I will probably list this little piece for maybe $25. Great, cute little size, love that. Perfect for the more modern bohemian style home, collectors of pottery. Great little pickup. Oh, we cannot forget the parasol. This I found up with those purses up in the jewelry room. Couldn't believe it. $5, $2.50 I paid for this little parasol. I think this is definitely at least 1950s. It could be older. This is silk. There was another one. I probably should have picked that one up too, but I just really wanted the blue color. It does have a little bit of damage, but it's so gorgeous. Just the details on the interior. Look at that. Hold on. Let's see if I can hold this back so you can see this. Gorgeous. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see the painting. Beautiful hand-painted silk parasol. There you can see some of the holes right there on it. So a piece like this, because of its age and the delicate silk, I do consider this more of a display item than actually to use for sun protection for myself. But I'm really happy with the fact that it was only $2.50. I usually never get that lucky. And you guys remember, you just saw me find it in the kitchen. This was $47. And I think this is great. So colorful, so happy. This is the kind of thing that you want in your kitchen, don't you think? I really liked it. This is a little bit of an impulsive purchase. I didn't even see a signature on it, but I think it was really well executed. And then of course, I got what I thought was a plant stand. They are calling it a tea table, so maybe that's more of its purpose. Look at these decorative legs. Look at that carving. You know, I couldn't resist, again, for about $47. Couldn't resist. Yes, now we need to go through the jewelry. I found some really great pieces. You saw me pick up a lot of it, but there are several things you did not see. So I think what I'm going to do is set it up here on this tray, and I will do a camera down so you can get a really good look at everything. All right, we've got the jewelry over here. But I did forget we have some ephemera to go through, and of course, the large Bible. Sorry, my shadow is in the way. It is an older one. Of course, there is damage, but as you know, I spent a whopping $1 on this piece. So I said, yes, we're going to get it. So I did peek. I want to show you the front. Well, almost front. So this is the front page, but I wanted to show you this. Look at how beautiful this page is. Isn't that just amazing? I loved that. It's not in great condition, but there is some illustrations in the front, and then pretty much just text all the way through. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, hold up. I didn't think there were little book plates in it, but turns out there must be a few. Unfortunately, the paper is very delicate. You can see that's torn right there, but I love it when there are big book plates. Ooh, there's more. What? Oh, wow. Oh, it's ripped right there, but this looks like one by Dore. I just saw the scripture there. So there are a few book plates, but not a lot. But I just think it was worth saving. It was worth making sure it didn't get donated and then thrown away. Great lettering. I do love the cover. That looks like it's Moses, and this is probably Jesus. That's what I'm gonna guess. Give you an up close at the terrible shape of the spine, but worth keeping, right guys? So yeah, I will definitely sell this if anyone is interested. I just want to get this in the right hands, so I will consider all offers for this beautiful old Bible. Probably turn of the century at least. I didn't see a date on it, but that would be my best guess. Could be a lot older, really. Do you see how this is all apart? Trying to put it down on the floor, and it's just falling apart as we speak. So yeah, just want to reiterate, condition, it's not good condition. All right, here we go. I did also pick up a lot of linen postcards from New York. We've got buildings, we've got Ellis Island, we've got night scenes, just some nice souvenir postcards, so I did get that. So I'm gonna put that to the side, we'll see that last. And then I'm gonna go through, I picked up some music sheets. They were originally $5, so I got each bag for $2.50. We have Beautiful and a bonus, A New Kind of Man. I thought she was awfully cute. I don't know which one I like better, but I did pick it up because I thought that was a great cover. I do think music sheets make great artwork. They're like little mini posters that you can frame and put on your wall. And next is A Little Bit Bad. I really liked her pose. And let's see, the bonus in this bag is Joan Crawford, Untamed. Ooh, I like that too. So I got those. And then Where's My Sweetie Hiding? So good. And then the bonus with that one is I've Got a Feeling I'm Falling. That's a great bag, actually. Really cute. I like the red. Great for Valentine's. And then I thought this would be good for Valentine's as well, too. With all the hearts, I'm Worried Over You. And then the bonus for this one is Somebody Lied About Me. Oh, well, that's cute. Little broken hearts. Oh, all right. So that's what I got in the music sheets. Now, this one. This is more risque. So shield your eyes if you're offended with a little more seductive, suggestive subject matter. Obviously, this is a brochure for Lou Walter's famous Latin Quarter. This must have been a place where you saw topless showgirls. Look at that souvenir book, 25 cents. Okay. So yeah, definitely showgirls. This is one of those brochures where I felt like I had to get it. Look at how interesting the back page is on this one. There is a second brochure or program in full color. And this one, are you ready? We're going to have a little bit of nudity. Granted, they're all illustrated, but just so you know, that's what we're seeing. We've got derriere happening. But it says Lou Walters presents Viva Amigos. This must have been a special show. And this is glued in there. I don't know if you could take this out with maybe some undo, but it is affixed into the brochure. So you have a program within a program. But I thought this was a definite pickup. All right, that's the ephemera. Now for the jewelry. All right, so I moved the jewelry over by the window. So hopefully the lighting is going to be much better so you can see everything in detail. Let's start with what you saw me get. I know you saw me pick up the crescent moon brooch and earrings. Only paid $5 for these, which I think was a great deal. Now I am going to keep these. I have a crescent moon collection, so these will be joining my other moons in my curio cabinet. And then the malachite stone pendant, really unique. This one has the intricate silver wire wrapping, the chains, and the tag fell off. So I don't remember what I paid, but probably a great little deal for a one-of-a-kind artisan-made brooch. And then the double-headed Art Deco pin here, $2 for this one. Unfortunately, it is missing a stone there on the left, but for $2, I can definitely repurpose it or possibly replace it, but I am not so great at replacing stones in jewelry. And then I think you also saw me find this. I thought it was a dove, but it's actually an angel pendant. And I really liked it because it was made of opaline glass. And I love opaline glass. I have a beautiful beaded necklace. And this one, if you hold it up to the light, you can see the ring of fire. If you don't have anything made with opaline glass, I highly recommend. I think it is really beautiful. And then it's the items you didn't get to see. Let's go to under the glass case. I picked up this carved mother of pearl with sterling surround brooch. It was half off 15, which is just really a good price. And then I picked up some copper earrings just for me, $1.50 for those. That's fantastic. And then lastly, I did pick up a Victorian Revival costume jewelry piece. This one is signed by Coro. If you don't know who Coro is, they're a pretty popular costume jewelry maker. I really liked the intricate metalwork there on the side. It's got a great setting, beautiful black cameo glass in the center. It does have some wear here on the sides, but other than that, it looks to be in good shape. So this is another piece I will probably bring to a sale next time I am guesting over with some of my YouTube friends. And that's everything that I picked up, you guys. nice little medley. Not too shabby considering I was so distracted about finding those hats. All right, so that's everything that I got at the jewelry counter, and now it is finally time to wrap things up and say goodbye. All right, so that is everything that I got from the estate sales, but I went down to Colorado Springs last week to hang out with Yvonne, Thrifty Rich. So I didn't get a lot of things. I'm going to show you 2 things. I believe I got 4 total, so I didn't take home a lot. But the items that I want to show you that I thought were great, this was found at the Goodwill right at the Freeway and Academy Boulevard. That was the first Goodwill she took me to. Such good stuff at that one. But I picked up this awesome mid-century, maybe getting into the 80s. I'm not really sure. But it's aluminum, but of course I got it because of the face. This was produced by Drum, D-R-U-M-M. I'm wondering if that was the artist or if that was the maker of the actual casserole dish. But either way, who would pass down an awesome, unique piece like this? It was $10. It still has its Goodwill tag. It was not on sale, so I did pay $10, full price for it. At the end of the day, at the very last Goodwill, I did find one more item that I want to show you. I'm pretty excited about it. This is, of course, the little black sheep. Beautiful wall pocket. So I found another head to hang on the wall. I think in any room of the house for this one. It would look great in a kitchen, but I would also hang it up in a living room, anywhere, really. Bathroom. You know, put some flowers in there and it's just giving me life. I love this piece. I think it's really gorgeous. I don't know who made it, but the price I paid, again, it was a green tag, $6, full price. So happy with it. So both the aluminum casserole and the awesome sheep head wall pocket will be going on the Etsy shop as well. And that's gonna wrap it up for the haul. We did it. You really need a name. We all need to name this guy, and I will put it in the Etsy listing for all of you who want to go look at it. So thanks for watching. If you stayed to the end of the haul, kudos to you, because this was a lot. As always, I really want to thank all of you for watching, hanging out with me here on the tube. I have gotten a lot more subscribers lately, and I really appreciate all of you subscribing to the channel. The support means a lot to me. And of course, for everyone who has been having fun with me for the past few years, you know I love all of you so very much. You're all part of my family, and I can't wait to take you guys all out west with me in May. So take care of yourselves, take care of those around you. Happy thrifting, happy hunting, and bye for now. Ciao all.